Hello again. My name is Miriam Butu, and this is Bailey Greenspan, and we are the acting co-CEOs at Girls 20. We're hoping that you're having a wonderful day so far. In March of this year, 27 delegates were selected to represent their countries and regions at the Girls 20 Global Summit. Last week, they participated in a full week of intensive training to build their social impact and leadership skills. These 27 young women are the leaders of tomorrow, the ones that we've been waiting for to take their seats at decision-making tables around the world where young women's voices are missing.
We are so excited to introduce you to the 2020 delegates. These young women will join over 200 alumni in the Girls 20 global community and continue to make history as Girl 20 ambassadors.
What's gonna happen to you? You have woke up too soon and found the world rearranged, and now your feelings have changed. Say goodbye to before. You are not welcome anymore. The door's been shown to you. Only as we go through, we run into the night. No sound, no vision, no sight, and no words to explain. Just mountains of change. What's gonna happen to you? You have woke up too soon, and the world is rearranged. And now your feelings have changed. Ooh, today I saw a shadow. And I had the feeling there would be another. One in the winter time and one in the sun.
Since 2010, Girls 20 has been pushing for change at the G20 level. We began in 2010 in Toronto and most recently met in 2019 in Tokyo. And every year since then, the Girls 20 delegates have produced a communique, a set of recommendations to improve the lives of girls and women and to include young women in the economy. Advocacy takes persistence, and we have pushed every year. In 2014, Girls 20 celebrated a major win called the Brisbane Declaration, in which there was a call to add 25% of women by 2025, bringing 100 million women into the labor force. This was the first time girls and women were included at the summit. In 2018, we once again celebrated a victory with the mention of gender mainstreaming, making its way into the G20 Leaders Declaration for the first time.
For the last 4 weeks, the 27 delegates have been working together to pen a communique, a set of recommendations to the G20 leaders by and for young women. Young women's voices are truly lacking in decision-making spaces and in spaces of power, and they are needed now more than ever. The decisions that are being made in these spaces not only affect young women, but affect their families, their communities, and their countries. And because of that, young women must be at the table. It takes a movement to create the change that we want to see. And this year's 27 delegates are leading this movement. Please join us in watching the video to hear what they want to see at the agenda of the G20 Leaders Summit.
Hello, my name is Manara Saleh, and I am representing Saudi Arabia at the Girls 20 Global Summit. While unfortunately we could not meet in person this year, I am honored to share with you our communique. Please let me introduce to you my colleagues, the 2020 delegate.
The delegates for the Girls 20 Global Summit are proud to present the 2020 communique, addressing the key issues faced by young women.
The Girls 20 Communqiué is a document that all governments, leaders, companies, and individuals should inform themselves on and put into practice within their respective communities.
Based on our deliberations, we call on G20 leaders to take concrete action considering the current COVID-19 crisis and its impact on all gender-related targets of the Sustainable Development Goals.
In the past year, COVID-19 has placed a magnifying glass on issues that women are facing around the world.
Now, more than ever, especially after the devastating impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, we need you to take action.
We have recommended solutions on two themes. One, inclusive decision making in public and private sectors, and two, economic participation in the digital economy and entrepreneurship.
We ensured that we heard from our community of young women, conducted research, led community consultations, and relied on the lived experiences of the Girls 20 delegates.
After months of multilateral discussions and extensive research, we have developed global data-driven policies that can be culturally adapted by each member state.
We have 10 years to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. Our vision for 2030 is that the G20 countries' governments act to ensure equal participation of women in the economic progress of G20 countries and enhance their role in decision-making, especially through leadership position in politics, senior management, and executive boards in the private sector.
This communique acknowledges the unique challenges that women of color, Black, and Indigenous women undergo, and calls for policy reform to consider the lived experiences of young women everywhere.
We call on the G20 to use an intersectional lens when building their economic recovery plans and collecting timely gender disaggregated data. This includes the recognition of the rights of women and young girls.
For the young women who are joining the Girls 20 Global Summit today, we ask that you sign onto our communique by signing our petition and sharing it on social media. Don't forget to tag the leader of your country and include the hashtag Girls 20 Summit 2020.
Recognizing the legitimacy of this document provides a platform for young women around the world to be heard.
We urge G20 leaders to listen to these voices and make a change.
On behalf of the Girls 20 delegates, thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much. You know, listening to all of that really allowed us to reminisce on our time growing up as girls when we would speak to our girls and about our future. A lot of time they were so excited about marriage and that's all they would talk about. And while that's a beautiful thing, a lot of times we also had aspirations to be fashion designers, singers, actors, activists, and charity workers, believe it or not, since the age of 5. And a lot of times when we would share these aspirations with our fellow peers, our fellow girls, they would shut us down. And at first we didn't get it. Why would they discourage us? But then we soon realized that they were just projecting their fears and societal expectations onto us. And once we learned that, we started to ask the question, who put those fears inside of them? And the answer, a society that saw the function of a woman as one thing, which is why gender equality is so important to us, because it shapes a world that lets all people, all women know, not think, not feel, but know that they have the ability to chase their dreams and take up space. Because in this world, there is so much room for women to fill. And this is for the sisterhood. This is for the sisterhood. Indeed. Now, Girls 20 just sent you all an email. And in this email, there's a petition link for you to sign. Let's do this for the girls who cannot be here tonight. For the girls who don't know about this event, let's do it for them. Let's share voice. Let's be the voice. You understand? Right. So I'd like for us all to pull out your phones right now. Everybody, I know it's like right next to you, like in your pocket. Grab it. Okay. Find the link in the email that Girls 20 just sent you. Sign that petition and please go onto social media. Okay. Tag your country's leader use the hashtag Girls 20 Summit 2020. Let's do it. Let's do this for our people.